Y'all love this beautiful morning right here? I sure do. Got Preston playing his game. They're just warming up. I thought I'd go for a little walk, clear my head, and I was actually talking to my wife about this. And I want to just tell y'all why I do what I do on Instagram. Now, there's time and place for everything, right? On Twitter, humor, politics, edgy stuff. That's what Twitter's for. And I'll avoid that sometimes when I want to get away from it. YouTube, information, topics, being able to really delve into a 10 to 20 minute video on my opinion. Instagram is my happy place. Instagram's where I post progress pictures. Instagram's where I post pictures of me laughing and pictures of my kids and my wife. And it's honestly the place where I get the most joy, right? I get the most joy. It makes me happy. I've had so many people come to me like, hey, this inspired me to do this. This inspired me to do that. And I also set forth some of my ideas and some of my thoughts, albeit not as political as Twitter. It's a place where I like to say, hey, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with masks. I'm done with lockdowns. In fact, I think they were stupid to begin with. I think they were a horrible idea. I think they were the worst idea in world history. And now that we know more about the virus, we know more about what's going on, I just can't align myself with the thought process that we need to take this mistake any further. So with Instagram being my happy place, posted a picture yesterday of me with a gentleman at the grand opening of Carbon Culture in Murfreesboro, right? And I'm like, hey, the world's open up, man. I'm done. I'll be in New Jersey next week at Aries Nutrition. I was in Carbon. I met hundreds of people yesterday, gave out hundreds of outright bars, hugged everybody I saw, everybody. And everybody accepted that hug. You know why? Because they're done too. Look, if you want to still crawl in your house, if you want to still say that I'm killing grandma, you go ahead and do that, but you can stay your ass home. All right? The rest of us want to live our lives, and the rest of us don't want to live our lives scared. And if you feel you're at risk, by all means, shelter yourself. But don't tell me to shelter myself, and don't tell me to wear a mask. I'm done. So if someone comments something about me, my choices, on Instagram, I'm going to delete you. And why? Because I just don't want to deal with it. I just don't want to. You know what? I'm here to set forth my opinion. Now, if you don't like my opinion, you don't have to look at it. If you don't like my opinion, you can unfollow me, or you can just skip that post. But I also don't come into your shit and argue with your point, right? Because I got stuff to do. But my goal is, here's my perspective. And you can accept that. And what I do is I'll read other people's perspectives. I'll read that. Now, if you want to debate, if you want discourse, if you want to hate, you got typical liberal, you got DC Drano, you got the Hodge twins. They'll let you talk all the shit you want. That's what they're there for. All right. What I'm doing is I'm putting out information. Instagram is my happy place. My information right now is that, look, life is with risk. The virus is there. The virus will probably be here for the rest of our fucking lives. The virus isn't as dangerous as we thought it was. For some populations, it is. The average age of death from COVID is 82. The average age of death all cause in the United States is 78. So people dying of COVID generally becomes a comorbidity. Only under 10,000 people have died from COVID without 1 to 3 more comorbidities. Okay? COVID is a very comorbidity-based disease. Now, it's still a risk. For example, 3 years ago, I got hand, foot, and mouth disease. I couldn't walk. For a lot of people, that could have taken them down. There's shit out here that could kill us. There just is. And I'm accepting that. What about your kids? Well, how many kids die of accidents every year? Every time I strap my kid in that car seat, I'm taking a risk. Should I not drive my car? Let's think this through here, guys. At the end of the day, I want what's best for the world. I want what's best. I also see the other statistics. All right, I see the suicides going up. I'm wondering what's going to do mentally long-term for kids who weren't in school in California. They're still going remote, not seeing their friends. You got juniors and seniors in high school who aren't going to get their sports scholarships because they're not able to play their last year, and they've probably been working at it since they were 5. Okay, you got kids not able to smile at each other because they're wearing these stupid fucking masks. Why doesn't anybody look at that? Look, well, 200,000 people died. How many kids have we affected long term? How many mindsets have we affected long term? How many suicides? How many other people? In the UK, you had 30,000 people a month, right? This is an April statistic. 35,000 people go in to get cancer treatment at the hospital. In the month of April, only 5,000 people went in. Does that mean that 30,000 people didn't get cancer? No. It means that people ignored their cancer. They didn't get treated. My neighbors are doctors. I live in that kind of neighborhood, right? My neighbors are doctors. Right now, because they open up the hospital to non-COVID stuff, to these non-electives, dude, they're flooded. And people are unhealthier than ever. We took a society that's meant to move, that's underactive as is. And we told them to sit in their house, Netflix and chill, and order food in from Uber Eats. Nobody talks about that. Why? Because this is much bigger than a fucking virus. This is much bigger than a virus, dude. This is about control. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who's controlling what. Well, it's the American election. Well, explain Australia being stupid as fuck then. Explain the UK talking about a second lockdown. It's about something much deeper than what I can even understand. Or it's just maybe this world is run by, it's either they're nefarious and they're evil or they're fucking idiots. I don't know which one, but something's weird. All I'm saying is I've made my choice. As you can tell, I've thought this through quite considerably. If you don't like that choice, don't comment. Move the fuck on. All right, if you agree with it, feel free to comment because this is my happy place. All right. However, the negativity towards my opinion, you can have it. It's a free country. And there is freedom of speech. However, being the fact that on my page I have a delete button and a block button, there's no freedom here. It's Nazi Germany up in this bitch. So again, that's my opinion. If you disagree with it, that's your right. But if I don't want to see it, it's my right to delete it. Anyway, guys, hopefully that doesn't offend too many of you. If it does, good. Because as humans, we need to be offended sometimes. It's humbling and also brings us down to reality that our opinion isn't the only one. Hope you guys have a great day. I'm going to be out enjoying it. No mask, enjoying the sunlight, enjoying my son play soccer in a state that actually opens up. I feel bad for y'all in California and other Gestapo states. And be sure to vote out the idiots like Newsom and those other clowns who are making your life a living hell and taking away your children's childhood. I'm Marc Lobliner. That's not a game.